Hello everyone, you are watching Coding with Bobby, and we are in our FastAPI Ultimate FastAPI series from zero to hero for the beginners. And today our topic is how to deal with the repeated events or the repeated task in our FastAPI app. So, what I mean by repeated task or repeated events is that suppose I have a FastAPI app, and in that it is connected to some database, some local DB you can say, and my app connected to the database has to always and the database has to always fetch something from somewhere, from some maybe other database, or maybe it is making some external API call and we are loading some data into a DB, and this is every hour or maybe every minute, or maybe we are deleting some entries from our database weekly, some maybe entries that are redundant we don't need. So all these operations are known as repeated tasks which needs to be done on a regular basis. So in this video we are going to look at what are the ways that which by which we can make this repeated task automatic in our FastAPI app. So before that, uh, I'll get you through the lifespan events. If you haven't watched my video on the lifespan events and the async context manager, that is a prerequisite for this. Please do check it out. Uh, if you would have already seen, so we can use the async context manager to create a lifespan. We'll be using the same one, and along with that I also came across with this FastAPI utilities library, which has some reusable utilities for FastAPI and which will make our repeated task very easy, like that. So let's just jump into the code. We'll create our virtual environment first. Let's just do it. Okay, so now let's just select the virtual environment we have made. Yeah, and just exit it for now. We are in our virtual environment, as you can see, and now I'll just do pip-env install FastAPI and uvcon for starting this server. Okay, we have got our FastAPI and uvcon installed in our virtual environment. We also need to install this library, FastAPI utilities. So I'll just take this pip-env install FastAPI utilities. Perfect. We have got the FastAPI utilities as well, and we can even check it here. Yeah. So first of all, let's just create our app, and that would be like from FastAPI. We'll just create a sample app. From context lib import async context manager, and we'll create our lifespan. If you haven't checked out the async context manager and lifespan video, please do check it out. And we'll just do it pass for now, as we haven't got any lifespan events for now. And I'll just start my FastAPI app, and lifespan equal to lifespan. Yeah. So now I have created a file events.py. So let's just write down my event. We'll have two events, suppose. My first event would be to load data into DB every 3 seconds, and the second would be to clear data from DB every 5 seconds. I won't be connecting it to a database, we'll just walk through it. So what we can do is we can just check this out. So we'll use repeat every this library. So we'll do from FastAPI utilities import repeat every. I'll also provide the link of this library in the comments and in the description. So I'll just create my repeat every is actually a decorator which is wrapping our function, and it will take seconds. So our first one is 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds this should repeat, which is load data. Now what it will do, started loading data. Data is loaded. Suppose let's just make it a bit more interesting. Suppose this task takes some time and we'll just make it sleep for 1 second. Yeah. And our second event is to clear data from DB every 5 seconds. So we can just pass it 5 and async def clear data print clearing data. And suppose this also takes some time, we'll let it sleep, print we've cleared data, just data cleared. Yeah, that's it. So now how do we call this in our lifespan? I've also done that in my previous video. I'll just show it again. We'll just import it from our events, which is load data, clear data, and we'll just do it like that. Await load data, await clear data, and I'll just yield it. We don't have any shutdown events, or maybe let's just not keep any shutdown event for now. Let's just try to run this. UVcon app reload. Okay, right, we are right. We haven't awaited this thing. We'll first await it. Sorry, my mistake. We need to await this as it is a go routine. So we'll just run it again. Yeah, so it has started loading data, clearing data, data is loaded, data is cleared. So you can see. And if it seems like too fast, what we can do is, just to visualize, we'll make it as maybe 10 seconds and we'll make it as 20 seconds or 15 seconds, and let's just give it at 8 seconds. Yeah, we'll just start it out again. It's for the first time, they both are triggered at the very beginning. Now started loading data will come up after 8 seconds. Yeah, as you can see, and after 15 seconds it would be clearing data, as you can see here. Yeah, so it works fine. So the main use case of these repeated events or repeated tasks is like to schedule the task which should be performed at after every certain intervals. And not only repeat every, we can also use the function repeat at. Repeat at takes a cron expression and we can give that. But just for an example, we'll just take this and we'll just try it out here. Repeat at, we'll just import it, just name it test print, and this doesn't need a wait, so we'll do test print, that's it. Now this cron expression runs for every minute, so it might take some time here. So we'll just start it out and we'll wait for this test statement to get printed. And this is a really useful library, really useful tool for the FastAPI apps. Till the time it loads up, we can also see earlier, before the introduction of async context manager, we used to use the startup events, which are now depreciated. With those, it was a bit easier. We just used to use this app.on event startup or on events shutdown. That time we just used to do it like that at app.on event startup or shutdown. Yeah, So that was pretty much easier than this, but now it has been depreciated. But still, if you are using older version of FastAPI, you can still use it. And yeah, as you can see, test2 has been printed now. Once this test2 is printed, after that it will take 1 minute, as the cron is set for 1 minute, and it will again print test2 after 1 minute. Yeah, so I think this is all for this video. Thanks for coding with me. Thank you.